as Sean Noyce, in actual fact, 36. Sean's not been having the greatest of years, but he's still very much getting his head around the bike and the circuits. Into Shell Oils again. And Lance Carey under pressure now from Alex Oulton. Oulton, of course, on the Bob Farnan tuning machine, as is Tommy Dale. Is the man that's looking for a bit of extra sponsorship for this year to keep him going. His dad does all the spanner work on the bike. He really could do with a bit of help out there, people. If there's anybody that wants to support this young man, someone living around Chester, North Wales, plenty of money up there, they're all very rich. I used to live just a few miles down the road from Chester. Here we go, Emmett O'Grady this time, getting it complete. Oh, I would say just getting it completely right. Almost got his nose wiped. So O'Grady trying to find a couple of places extra in this race. Ralph Laturco up there in front of him. Not sure whether that's Duncan Knox that's directly in front of him or not. So we'll get a better of a look next time round. But here is the race leader, Jay Devine, number 20. The JST racing machine. The young man who really is, I think, looking for a bright future in racing. Now here comes that battle. And it was Duncan Knox. 78 Ben Miller there with Duncan. Oh, Duncan nearly ran up the back of him. Just had to correct very quickly there to avoid an accident. There is young Tommy Dale on that 74 bike, another Michelin gun. Remember, the red bikes are Michelin Young Guns, the black bikes are TDG. Michelin Young Guns up to the age of 24, and 25 and over are the TDG Cup runners. Right, here we go. This is Emmett going past Ralph Laturco, and Ralph says, I don't think so, my friend. Oh, he's doing the old Valentino Rossi job there. It's a sort of new style with the MotoGP boys, with the old leg down, isn't it? Something I've not seen before, but now we're seeing it more and more and more. There's something to do with aerodynamics or balance or something. I'm sure if I have a chat with Ralph, he'll explain it to me. In those wonderful fluorescent Halo leathers. Young man from Adam Kent from Halo Leathers, who raced at Thruxton as a guest ride. Busy producing leathers for road racers around the UK and around Europe. Comes just up the road from where we are, Broadbridge Heath, just in West Sussex here, just outside Horsham, is where Adam Kent and Halo Leathers are situated, although I believe the leathers are manufactured overseas. Now here goes Emmett O'Grady, the young Irishman, going after that position. This really doesn't make a lot of difference to Ralph because, oh, do you see the front wheel? Emmett had that front wheel locked up momentarily. It twitched, and he had good sense to let off the brake. I think Ralph may have just seen that and thought, oh, I'm going to back off a little bit. This young guy's obviously out for a little bit of distinction in this race, if not for a quick ending. 7 coming down the hill, and once again, Luke Lawrence there. 69 Brett Carter behind him, Michelin Young Gun, and that's Ricky Chadwick. Well, Ricky, seasoned campaigner of many classes of racing. But you say his luck's not been in over the last couple of seasons, but here we go, Ralph Laturco, and there is that number 40 bike. Emmett O'Grady mustered his way past number 78. Ben Miller had to move over then. Well, the whole point is that Ralph doesn't really have to race the man in front because they're in 2 different classes, so they score 2 different sets of points. There's Duncan Knox, 22, 34, Steffi Wadlow. She goes to college, physical education. I'm not going to get into what she's studying because it just puts a grin on my face. Here we go, and this is the race leader. It's a bit of an overcast day here, to be perfectly honest. It looks quite bright, but it's very overcast. We're getting the odd little few specks of rain coming down, so I think that may be worrying some of the riders. That battle for second place, I think, has now been sorted out. Looks to me like Reece Rothwell, Lance Carey there as well. I'm not sure whether they actually changed places, but I'm more interested in this little scrap at the moment. There's Emmett O'Grady, there's Laturco. Remember, we go to Mallory Park for our next round, and it's, of course, with BSB once again, only this time, I assure you, we will get both races televised. So we will be there, and we'll make sure the cameras are pointing in the right direction, and the men in the OB truck, as we call it, the outside broadcast truck, are pressing the right buttons, unlike last time. But out of our control, we're sorry about that, but these things can happen on live television. Emmett O'Grady, there's so much I could say about this young man. I think he is a bright light for the future. So used to doing racing in Ireland and on the Northwest 400, that sort of stuff, Northwest 200, but not used to racing in British circuits. Here's the man that is used to racing here, because he only lives just down the road. Jay Devine, number 20, and it is Alex Oulton that has second place. So Oulton came right through there. great run. There he's gone. Alex, what are you doing, boy? Front wheel got away. Last lap flag has gone out. There's the race leader. So second now is either in the hands of Lance Carey or Reece Rothwell. Let's have a look at that again. Watch that front wheel. You just saw it turn. Another rider having problems with his front end grip there. They're all running, of course, on the tyres. The Michelin tyres, the Michelin Power 1 tyre, which is a very good tyre, I have to say. Here's a man that had the same sort of problems at Thruxton with the front end tucking in. Not having any problems here, although he does know every inch of this tarmac because he only lives just down the road in Broughton, just outside Chester, where British Aerospace are. So this battle for second place certainly isn't even decided as yet. It's still in the hands of Reece Rothwell. There is Tommy Dale back in fourth place, and I think Tommy has decided he'll stay right there. There's Jay Devine then. And Jay, as I say, knows his track so well. I'm not at all surprised he's doing so well here. He took the Super Bowl race yesterday and dominant here in race 1 on the Saturday, because Friday they do they race here on Fridays, of course, Oulton Park, and they race on Saturdays. Don't race on Sundays, apparently, here. Something to do with local restrictions in noise for the morning. Duncan Knox along with Steffi Wadlow, and oh, Duncan, you've just been passed by a 17-year-old young lady, and she's cheeky to go with it as well. She'll probably be laughing at you as she goes past. But she is good fun, and she is quite a talented young rider, so I think we're going to see more of her in the future. Here he is, heading for the checkered flag for the first time today, Jay Devine. He is so quick around this track. He's only just under the BSB Superstock times, to be perfect. About 1 second a lap under, which, you know, on a stock bike, that's pretty good, in my opinion. So he takes the applause of the marshals and the crowd that are gathered here. Jay Devine then takes race 1 here with Lance Carey finally nicking that second place from Reece Rothwell. Tommy Dale, Evan O'Grady, good ride from the young Irishman to 5th, and Ben Miller hanging on to that 6th place. There are the top 3. But what did they think about their racing? We caught up all 3 and asked.
Yeah, it was. I made a good start. Obviously, when Jay got going, I really couldn't keep with him. Obviously, Lance and Alex were catching me up towards the end of the race. So I was getting a bit tired as well. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with 3rd. Really, it's a good result. I just want to thank my sponsor, ghostbikes.com. Without them, really, I wouldn't be here. So thank you.
Definitely, you know, we can get a better start this time. Hopefully, get away with Jamie, and then hopefully we can go with him for the next one.
Yeah, I hope so. If the rain stays off, I'll try my best to get out in front again, pull a bit of a lead, and then just go steady all the way through the race.
Well, Rafa Turco once again taking another win from Duncan Knox and Paul Hughes, Alistair Haynes there, Luke Lawrence and Ricky Chadwick. Well on the scoreboard, 6th place. Well, onto the podium we now go. Let's have a look at the top 3. There they are. What a gorgeous bunch of lads they are. Well, what did they think about the race today?
No, it's good. I was first podium since the first round last year, and I had quite a bit of work to do to close Alistair down. Just hopefully get a good one in the second one. I've got to thank my sponsors because it's the first podium. It's Colin Mitten. Without him, I wouldn't be here. All the lads at Altec, Welding Services, Steve at Manspeed, and brother and dad who come and help me.
Bit disappointed with that, really, to be honest. I had a good start, got away, and then he just caught me. So fair play to Ralph, but let's hope for the second race to be a bit better.
I gotta dedicate this win to someone very, very special to me. My little girl, Lavinia, was born on Wednesday at 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, this win goes to my little girl and my wife. They are home, very healthy, and yeah, I'm very glad to be winning. I'll dedicate this to them.
Well, there you go. No wonder he was looking so tired. We're going to take a break. See you back in just a moment.